Bonjour à tous et bienvenue. So this video we're putting all three forms of the future tense together to talk you through the three different types of future tense, when to use them, how to form them. Why all three together? Because once you know one, it makes sense to look at the others, and they're quite similar and quite straightforward. But there is still a lot of learning and a lot of hard work to master this, and it will still seem difficult at times, but work hard today, practice, use this in your speaking, in your writing, and one day it'll just come flowing out of your mouth, the future tenses. Okay, so because we're putting so many tenses together, we have a lot of rules today. There's 7 here. See if you can answer any at all before we move on. Okay, so you should have paused the video and looked at these 7 questions. We're going to start with the 2 future tenses and come to conditional later on. Alors, so the future tense, this is what you need to know. There's 2 future tenses, just like there is in English. Now, the first future tense describes a near future event, and it translates in English to what you're going to do. So I'm going to drink a coffee after making this video. I'm going to watch that tonight. Anytime you want to say what you're going to do, you need this tense. The second translates to what you will or shall do. Now, technically, the first is only for near future things, what's going to come soon, what you're going to do. Whereas the second is for all future events. There's no will and shall. It's just one way to say it in French. So compare these two. Je vais quitter l'école. Je quitterai l'université en 5 années. Those two are the different types of the future tense. I going to and I will do. Now, both are very, very different to each other and how you form them, which is what we'll come to now. Alors, answer the first 2 questions. We're now going to look at question 2. The near future has 2 parts. So the near future is simple. You've been doing it since year 8. This is what you need to know. All you need is 2 parts. The first is our verb aller, the verb to go, and here it is. You should know this inside out. There is an incredibly annoying song on aller that students love to sing at me every day of my life. You can look at that up at YouTube after this. This is the verb you need to know. You take the verb aller to say what you're going to do. Remember, je vais means I go and I am going. Watch the present tense video if you want more on that. Then all you need to do is add the infinitive after it to make that 2 verb sound. So je vais, and then put your verb in infinitive form. Je vais jouer, je vais finir, je vais attendre, je vais faire, je vais être, anything you want. The best thing about this tense is there aren't any irregulars. I don't think I've ever said that before. There are no irregulars to this. You can take any verb you want. Je vais vomir, je vais mourir, je vais péter, whatever you want, you can put it. There's absolutely no irregulars. Just put the 2 together. I'm expecting big things from this. You have 4 sentences. Pause the video, put the 2 parts together and translate these 4 phrases. Alors, let's see how you've got on, and let's go for the answer. So I'm going to continue. Take the verb to go. Je vais. Continue. Take the infinitive. Je vais continuer. We are going to do. Nous allons is we are going. The verb to do in the infinitive is faire. Nous allons faire. He is going to study. Il va étudier. She's going to want to be alone. Alors, c'est un peu plus compliqué. So, she's going to want is the future, and then just put another infinitive on the end, and then just put the word alone. Seul. Voilà. Elle va vouloir être seule. Elle va vouloir être seule. It's a bit more complicated, but it's great to know. Why is that extra E on the end? Because remember, you're talking about something that's feminine. To think about all the rules together. This tense is really straightforward. If you don't think you've mastered it, just watch it again. This one will come, put the 2 parts together, and that's your near future tense. Okay, so first 2 questions down. The future tense that means will or shall is a lot more complicated than the near future tense. You need to use both of them at GCSE to get a 5+, and at A level you will be using this tense all the time. So let's have a look at 3. 2 things you need to know here. Remember, this is the future tense that means will or shall. First step then, we need to get a stem. Remember, a stem is the part of the verb we take for a tense. Now in the future tense, it's beautifully simple because it's the infinitive form. So just take the verb in the infinitive. Don't get rid of anything. Take your verb in the infinitive. The one little exception to that is an RE verb. Just get rid of the last E because we don't want 2 vowels touching. You take your infinitive and then you slap on these future tense endings. Now, every one of these means will. If you opened a dictionary and looked for the word will, it wouldn't be in there because that's not how the tense is formed in French. All these endings mean will, and we know endings change with the person doing it. So take your pronoun, je, then you take the infinitive, quitter, to leave, and then you need to whack will on the ends. So, je quitterai, I will leave. Let's do we will leave, nous quitterons, they will leave, ils quitteront. You need to take the pronoun, the verb, and then the right ending, and then you're away. I'm going to show you the first one, and then it's down to you. I've left everything on the screen, so this is just a matter of using and manipulating what you've got in front of you. So I will leave. Take the pronoun, je is I. Will, where's the word for will? There's not one, it's all about the ending. So you take the verb first, je quitter, and then you add the change in ending in the end, and that means will. Je quitterai. Voilà. Alright, have a go at 2, 3, and 4, see what you can do. Alors, let's see how well you've got on then. We will continue. Nous continuerons. He will finish. Il finira. She will sell. It's an RE verb. Did you take away the E? Elle vendra is what you need, and that is the future tense. Now, encore une fois, this time I've taken away our endings that mean will. Pause the video, see if you can do these 4 now. Good luck. Alors, let's see how you got on. So, the verb to understand is comprendre, like to comprehend. Ends in RE. So, let's put it together. Je comprendrai. Voilà. He won't understand. I just wanted to put a negative in to make you think about where it went. Always around the verb. Il ne comprendra. Pardon, we won't understand. Nous ne comprendrons pas. Voilà. He will fail. He will fall. Pardon. Tomber is the verb to fall. So, il tombera. And then she will study. Étudier is the verb to study. So, elle étudiera. Voilà. Now, the thing about this is it sounds strange with those endings, but that's how it goes. This is our future tense, and we're almost there. But there's number 5, as always. Now, the nice thing I said about the near future, the first one we looked at, is there's no irregulars. Whereas for the future tense, there's loads and loads of irregulars. And as always, it's the most used, most important verbs that are always irregular. Let's have a look at number 5. So here is a pretty good list of all the irregular verbs that you need to know. A-levelers and top GCSE students, if you're going for a 7+, you need to know all of these off by heart. Now, the good news is the endings are exactly the same. The bad news is these stems take a bit of learning. You've got to learn them all off by heart to make sure you're ready for the future tense. Alright, so just put the 2 together and see what you can do. Voila, this is where we are then. We've done up to 5. So far, so good. We're now going to look at the conditional. Now, you might think, we've already done 2 tenses. Why is he thrown in a third? Because the conditional tense, after what we've just done, is so beautifully straightforward. Okay, so the conditional tense is a bit different because it is a very important tense, and it is a future tense. But the very word tense means a different time frame, and the conditional is in its own time frame. It's a future tense, but it's not. Probably confusing you now, but this is what you need to know. The conditional is a future event that isn't certain. There's conditions to it happening, yeah? Which is where it gets its name. In English then, it's whenever you'd say what would happen. I would like to win the lottery. That is the conditional tense. It's what would happen. So use it if you ever want to say a wish or an ambition. I'd like to go to university. I would like to go to university. There's obviously conditions to that. Let me give you another example. Emily would like to pass her French A-level. Here's the conditions to a student doing well on A-levels. These are the things they need to do. If these conditions are reached, she'll do it. I might say Emily will pass her French A-level after I'm sure that all 4 things have happened here. But at the moment, there's conditions to it, so it is would. At the bottom, I've given you the little difference. J'étudierai, I will study. I'm certain that you're going to do that. I should certainly hope so. J'étudierai with the AIS is I would study. It's that tiny letter changes the meaning completely. Okay, the good news about the conditional, which means would, is it's almost exactly the same as the future tense. You take exactly the same stem. Remember, an RE verb, take off the E. The only difference is the endings look like this. The endings are different to the future tense. So it's the infinitive plus these endings. The other good thing about the conditional tense is all the irregulars for the conditional are exactly the same as the future tense. It's only the endings that change. So once you've learnt these for the future, they're the same for the conditional tense. Okay, let's put it together. Alors donc, 4 questions here. You know what to do. I'll give you 1 minute, pause the video, see if you can put all 4 of these into the conditional tense. Alors courage, let's see what we've got. So I would leave. Quitter is the verb to leave. Here they are. Quitter is the verb to leave. So je quitterai with the AIS on the end. Voilà. We would continue. Nous continuer, so take the infinitive, and then the ending is IONS, which is pronounced ion. Nous continuerions. He would finish. Il finirait with the AIT. She would wait. Remember, it's an RE verb. Elle attendrait. So that is all you need to do. Just like the future, but with slightly different endings. That is our conditional tense. Voila, so all 7 rules are here, guys. Pause me now, see if you can answer all 7 of them. Okay, let's go for it. Finally, to see what you can do, we've got a little test for you. I've just mixed all 3 futures together and put them here without watching the video again, without looking at any notes. See from the top of your head how many of these you can get. Good luck. Pause the video, see what you can do. Alors, right, let's mark these. I would leave. It's would, so it's the conditional tense. So you need je quitterai with the AIS ending. Well done if you got that. I'm going to leave was near future tense. So aller plus an infinitive, je vais quitter. Voilà. I will leave. Number 1 will help you out. But what's the ending for will, which changes? You should have je quitterai with an AI on the end. I will go. Now, aller is our verb to go, and it is always irregular. So, I would go is conditional. Aller is irregular. It is j'irai. Oh, I should have an S on the end. There's a mistake on the video. J'irai with an S on the end is I would go. They're going to watch is ils vont regarder. They will watch. Ils verront is they will see, or ils regarderont is they will watch. And they would see ils verront. That's what you need. Okay, apologies for the mistakes on the test, but we've talked through them. See how many of these you've got, and then if you've not got many, watch the video again and make sure you practice again. Okay, so your final steps for this then, daily tests 7, 8 and 11, 3 different daily tests. So it's for all 3 tenses. You might just want to choose one and practice that one if you've got the hang of the other 2. That's your first step. And then remember, GCSE students, get into your grammar and translation. Look for anything to do with the future you need to master. A-level grammar, there's loads and loads of pages dedicated to the future tenses and everything you need. Make sure you complete those pages. Thank you for watching again. This is the last video we'll do on the futures. If you're not sure, watch the video as many times as you want. Come and talk to me if you're still not sure about these tenses and we'll go through them. Alright, thank you for watching.